Hello, and thank you for joining me on another one of my adventure travel series videos. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dimitri, and I'm an American expat living in the Philippines. If you find this video entertaining, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And now sit back, relax, and enjoy as I take you on an exciting adventure of the Time-Lapse Traveler. Let's roll!
At the end of our visit to the Pulangbato Falls, our day was just starting out, and so we headed out to the Balinsasayao Twin Lakes. If you look at the map, the two spots are actually pretty close to one another, but because there is no connecting road, we had to take a long ride to the main road, take that for a short distance, then take another winding road inland to reach the Balinsasayao Park. Along the way, we passed by many more small villages and scenic spots. Once again, we were confronted by so many friendly faces that further solidified the already deep feeling that the Philippines is really the friendliest and most warm-hearted country I have ever had the pleasure of visiting. Knowing that this country is now my home, I just can't help but smile at the thought.
So, after a very long and very beautiful picturesque ride, we finally made it to the Balinsasayao Twin Lakes Park. Balinsasayao? Balinsasayao. There you go. But upon entering, we saw a really unfortunate sign that almost made my heart give out. Look at this. Aww. So, that means that unfortunately there aren't going to be any drone flyovers in this place. But we'll still make the best of it. Khrys here was going for the funny look, and I think she nailed it. So yeah, this is going to be an exciting hike. Good thing that there weren't any rains. Good thing it wasn't raining here for some time, so it shouldn't be too slippery.
But it's really cool.
But it's really cool, in more ways than one. Whoa. Damn, some fly is really trying to land on my face. Yeah, the fly wants some white boy blood. Seriously, it's following me. It's like hovering in front of my face.
Wow, what's that?
Something is making a lot of noise. It almost sounds like a miniature drone.
Like a generator. That's why drones are not allowed, because it will disturb the wildlife. They're like, what's that sound? What's that bird? And they will attack you with your drone.
It'd be hilarious to see them try. Kind of like at the Baseco Beach. Remember how the birds were flying by my drone non-stop?
During our hike to the well-built trail of the stairs going to the lake, we were overwhelmed by some of the most intense nature sounds. All the birds and the insects and the rustling of the trees really made it seem like we were in a magical place.
Wow, that is an intense sound.
That sounds like a car alarm.
Yeah, it sounds mechanical. It doesn't sound like something a sound you would get from a living creature.
It sounds like a car backing up.
It sounds like a car backing up, yeah, kind of.
I wonder if the musical score guy for Indiana Jones and Star Wars is the same.
John Williams, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's so easy to mix them up. Where's that? That's Indiana Jones, right?
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, exactly. And that was Star Wars.
Right. Lamig.
No smoking, no swimming, no droning.
Oh my god, it's so cold. I would, but it's so cold. We could do boating here.
You want to give that a try?
Baby, it's so cold.
So we should have taken the jacket then.
I know. I would look extra silly.
Yes. But you think you look silly enough? Like you
Yeah.
perfect amount of silly right now?
Yeah, yeah. Like extra silly would be like Dimitri silly.
Yeah, right. Ay, nako.
Swim. Oh my god, baby, it's really, really so cold.
It's pretty chilly here, yeah. It's not something you would say often being in the Philippines, but yeah, it's kind of chilly right now.
We had a really pleasant and romantic time just relaxing by the lake. Because it was so cold and windy, we decided not to go boating out into the water. This turned out to be a really good decision, because about 15 minutes after we got down to the lake, it started to drizzle, so we had to cut it a bit short and decided to turn back. During our climb back up the steps, we saw a group of people that were just in the middle of their descent down to the lake. Considering that this rain was going on for a while, I could only imagine what a time they must have been having down there. Due to the weather, we missed out on making a hike to a tower about 1 kilometer away, which is in the middle of a ridge overlooking both lakes. It apparently offers some beautiful views. Oh well, you can't catch them all.
Looks like our luck with the weather kind of ran out a bit. It's raining, which means that the roads are really wet, which means that all those curves and all those hills that we were going up and down on. I hope that we're going to be having a safe trip coming back, because the roads are going to be wet. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. We'll just stop by somewhere to eat and then continue on our way after that.
The rest stop on top of the hill overlooking the lake was a pleasant spot to wait out the rain before we could head out to find a place to eat and then come back to the resort. Because the bike seat was soaked by the rain, the ride down from the mountain was pretty uncomfortable. At least the rain had stopped by then, and the roads had dried up quickly enough so that it seemed safe enough to start our descent. Some parts of the road had very steep hills, and the pavement was more like gravel, so I was very concerned that if it started raining again while we were still up there, our journey would have been much more dangerous than it turned out to be.
So we just reached the Alimyon restaurant and bar, which is just a couple of kilometers away from the lake, and looks like a really nice structure, really a big standout. There's almost nothing here in this area, but then we have this one. The rain did stop already, luckily, but we decided to stop by over here to not only to eat but also to wait until the roads dry out a bit more so that they're safer to ride on our scooter. Didn't really expect this place to be so packed. It's a very uniquely designed restaurant.
You probably can't tell, but the gazebos down below are actually private seating areas as a part of the restaurant.
Apparently this restaurant stops serving food at 4 o'clock. So considering we were so hungry, we didn't want to wait until we drove for like an X amount of miles or kilometers. We didn't even know how long it'll be until we found the next decent restaurant, so we just decided to get some cake, some calamansi juice, chocolate cake, and a very unique corn coffee. I've never tried that before. Have you tried that before?
No,
Yeah.
but it's good.
It's new for both of us.
It's bitter. There's a little bit of tang and very. It's not pronounced, but you can really tell that there's coffee in there. I mean corn.
It actually kind of reminds me of the Luwak's coffee. Remember? Kopi Luwak?
Yeah, but
A little bit. There's some of that uniqueness in there.
when we had the luwak coffee, it was so unremarkable.
True.
The luwak coffee of Vietnam is better. I like it because it tastes like chocolate.
We're talking about cat poop coffee. In case you're wondering.
This is so good.
Let me try it. Yum. Delicious. And let's see how this carrot cake is. Good. I'm starting to actually take a liking for carrot cake. It was never really my thing until recently. But still, the best thing about this place is the view. It's pretty remarkable. Well, that was a very nice pit stop. We didn't get to eat that much, but we got to rest a little bit, and the roads dried up. Kirby here was washing our scooter together with his friend. So gotta give him a big thank you for that. Yeah, they got a nice big tip from us for washing our scooter. Oh wow, look at that yak over there.
Oh my goodness, it's a carabao, baby. It's not a yak.
Carabao, not a yak.
Water buffalo.
What a buffalo. It's a buffalo.
That's right. I'm sure that he lives in a bungalow.
And now we're gonna keep on going back to Dumaguete, and we're going to look for a restaurant to have the proper dinner in over there.
During the ride back home, it started to drizzle again. Even though the rain wasn't very heavy at all, the fact that I gave my raincoat to Khrys and I was catching most of the cool wind while sitting in the front, I got miserably sick on the following day. But of course, the most important thing is that despite the slippery conditions on the winding country roads, I was able to get us back to our resort in Dumaguete safe and in one piece.
So for dinner, we decided to go to Casablanca. We were kind of shopping around for the different kinds of restaurants that are in the neighborhood. We were looking for Italian. We were looking for something a little different instead of the typical Filipino fare. Looking at the menus here, this looked really, really good. They have German beer selections and they have mashed potatoes. That's what really won me over. And some nice salad options. So I got the grilled chicken salad, and Khrys got arrabbiata with cucumber juice, which is kind of unique. Not something that you would normally go for, but it's really good. And now we're going to dig in. So after a long day, we're finally back at our resort. And now we have to turn in for the night because we have a very early day tomorrow. We have to catch up with going to the hot springs that we didn't get a chance to do today since it was so crowded. So tomorrow we will go there early in the morning before our flight, which is going to be at 11 a.m. And I'm signing off. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any more videos from the Time-Lapse Traveler.